Well, Landon, thank you for coming on the red carpet round table. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hey, yeah, I'm Landon Brittain, otherwise known as Landon XXL, actor, entrepreneur in Los Angeles. But strangely enough, I moved here from where you're from. We found out just the other day, which is pretty crazy. I can't believe that.
Yes, sir. From
Do
Oklahoma.
your listeners know where you're from or no?
Yes, sir. Some of them do and some of them
Okay.
don't. But Oklahoma City, don't
You
worry.
didn't bite on that the way I thought you were going to. So I was like, shit, is his location unknown? Also,
No, no,
cursing.
no. It's okay.
Yeah.
I want to dig into what got you attracted to the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I kind of fell into it actually. Like I said, well, I moved here to LA in from Oklahoma City, which is why I still have a 405 phone number. It's kind of funny. In August of 2018, I was just looking for opportunity. I came out here for a job that actually fell through, strangely enough. But ever since the first week I was here, Hollywood, like the nightlife and, just Hollywood as a city and a vibe just was like, welcome home, do whatever you want. And I was like, oh my gosh. So the job fell through like 3 weeks later. But I just felt like I needed to be out here for some reason. And so I stuck it out, barely survived on my last couple of days, and then got an opportunity in industry. And then after things stabilized a little bit, people kept on saying, you need to be an actor, you need to be an actor. I was a bodybuilder, a competitive bodybuilder, and I started doing a lot of modeling because of all that. But I never did any acting before in my entire life. And then, everyone, everyone kept saying that. And then eventually, one of my friends just put me on a Netflix show as a body double for Diamond Dallas Page. And then they liked me so well that they had me come back a second time. And they actually made me a small character. So my first paid acting gig was for Netflix. And it happened to be while I had flown my mom from Kansas out for her first flight of her life. She actually happened to be in LA after her first flight of her life, happened to be here the weekend just by luck to be on set with me and watch me become a professional actor. It's pretty special memory.
Wow, that is a very
I can say
special
that, right?
memory. Very
Yeah,
special.
so to answer your question, I kind of just fell into it. And then it's once I started realizing I had a kind of a natural feel for it, I guess. I think it's just all the different lives I've lived. You can pull a bunch of different
Mhm.
characters from within yourself, but I think it just felt natural.
That's absolutely
We need
amazing.
more light, by the way.
No, everything is good, sir.
It's really like that. Not better.
Yes, sir. What is the most funniest audition you ever done?
You asked me about this earlier, and there's so many of them. Like I just had to do one. I think I can talk about it. Like this is one of the weird things about acting is sometimes they have you sign NDAs, sometimes NDAs are applied. I don't
Which
know
one,
if
if
it's
you're allowed to talk about, please do. If not,
yeah.
don't worry
Well,
about it.
I think this commercial is probably already shot. I doubt it's out yet, but I almost got it, but it was like a National Geographic style shot in an office. So like each person was like a different animal, and my animal was like a bear. So I had to like kind of pretend to be like a bear man, like walking through, and it was pretty funny. There's a lot of crazy ones, and then sometimes you have strange ones, and then sometimes you have ones that you really like have to prepare. Like there's I had audition for Euphoria, and my I don't know if they've released Euphoria the last season or not, but my character was like a Armenian enforcer. And so I'm not Armenian. I'm Viking, Scottish background. So, but I have a lot of Armenian friends out here. So I literally spent like 4 hours with one of my Armenian clients and friends, like watching the way he like moved his mouth and the way his hand gestures and the tempo and the pauses and things and how he spoke. So, because I mean, it's a really big audition. So you need to crush it.
Wow,
But
that's
yeah,
so funny.
yeah.
And my follow-up question is, what's the most challenging role you ever taken?
Um, Probably the one that set me off the most. So I had a short film that I just shot called Ghosted. Um, it was one that I was going to turn down. It was kind of just a last second thing. Somebody, it's for this thing called the CFC, the Collaborative Filmmaker Challenge. I had no idea what it was. One of my employees from my restoration company, I had recently put her in a big um, viral Instagram video, like reel, and we got like 38 million views. She's an upcoming singer. I think she just got the golden ticket for the American Idol. Her name's Shelby Carter.
Wow.
Yeah, I
And I
know. There's
watch
just
it
like
too, so
there's just stuff happening all around. But if you want to check that out, look up the Instagram on my Instagram, LandonXXL. Shelby and I have a viral reel that had like 38 million views, something like that. That was like her first time doing acting, and she was like, "I think I want to do this." And she told me that she's going to do this challenge, and yeah, I didn't even think anything more of it. So it's a 2 week long competition. All the films that are submitted have to be 6 minutes or less. Um, so you have to shoot it and edit it and turn it in 2 weeks. There's no like prep time or anything like that. And so they shot a movie, her and this director, screenwriter, Asia Lynn Pitts, shot a short film in the first week and a half of that 2 weeks. And then they were returning the wardrobe. She's also 4'10", so Shelby's very small. My neighbor, who she also knows, is also 4'10" and also a singer. And she had borrowed some wardrobe. They were returning it. She wasn't there. And so Shelby was like, well, instead of just hanging out in a hot car, this was the summer. She's like, why don't we go to my boss's house? He lives right in front of this. You really like him. He's an actor. Blah, blah. We started talking. And Asia was like, I've got another script that's like 75% written that we could do for um, this challenge if you'd want. And she kind of explained to me, and the character is kind of like a Weinstein,
hmm.
Epstein guy. And I mean, I'm a super protective person, especially in Hollywood. So many crazy bad things happen out here if you don't know what you're doing. So I try to protect all the people around me. And like that Weinstein Epstein character is like taking advantage of people and really putting people in bad situations. Like I really don't want to be known as that. Um, and I didn't really want to like find that in myself. But then I'm kind of to the point in my acting career where I originally I would struggle with seeing my characters as good or evil, and I need to quit doing that. I've kind of proven that I can now, but I knew that I needed to learn how to not do that. So, because each of these characters in their own mind, they're all the main characters in their own life. They're all making the best decisions they can. Nobody's really stepping out and saying, I'm going to be evil today. It's just things that have gotten them to that point in life, um, kind of produce the decisions they're going to make. And so, as an actor, you need to not see a character, even if they're not the type of person you want to be. That doesn't mean that character themselves sees themselves as evil. So when you play them, you have to play them as if everything is fine. Even if you're doing evil things in your mind, your rational mind, the character doesn't realize that. The character is just living his life. So I originally was going to turn it down, and then I saw that as an opportunity to kind of stretch my legs. It's a wild role, but we shot it in a day and a half. Um, we edited into. I didn't even know there was a time pressure. They didn't tell me all this. It was 80 hours till the end of the competition. We finished the script. It was about 25% left to write. I did my character progression and all that stuff, my arc, and then I we shot it. We shot the one flashback scene that's kind of the one that's really
Hmm.
notable in it. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely watch it. It's
Did you say 80 hours?
80 hours from
Wow.
start to finish. We shot it in a day and a half. I edited it for about 2 days and turned it in the last minute. I didn't even know what the challenge was all about. But there's 136 films, I think, turned in. Um, and the first time I watched the film, I was like, it's almost entirely just me. Shelby plays. Well, I'm not going to ruin it, but she's kind of here and there throughout it, but it's very, very captivating and it kind of catches
Wow.
your attention. But I'm so happy I did get over that kind of that idea that my character was evil or whatever. And they wound up getting top 15 out of 138 films. 138 films were turned in. We did one in 80 hours. Everyone else took 2 weeks. We had zero budget. We shot it here in my
Right,
house, all that
right.
stuff. And so,
Congratulations.
hold on. I keep on getting calls. I need to put my phone on D&D. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Okay.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, okay, so let me finish the rest of the story. Okay, so so it gets selected as top 15 because
All
of
right, I thought
that.
you were done.
They no, I got distracted because it took me out of Zoom because of phone calls. But it got selected as top 15. They showed it because of that. They showed all the top 15 movies. They're all 6 minutes long, so it's only like 90 minutes. They premiered them at the Samuel Goldwyn Theater, where the Oscars used to be held. So I'm like, holy hell, like my face is going to be on the Oscar screen and full red carpet, all that stuff. And I had, once again, I had my mom fly out, her first time being on the red carpet. And then it won 3 awards there. And I mean, it just that ease of being able to send that short film out to people and then getting to see kind of where everything was headed for me. It's really sparked my entire career. Michelle Farrell, my collaborative manager, just walked in.
You're amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations. My
thank
heart
you.
goes out to you. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, there's the puppies.
Now, my last question
Mhm.
is any upcoming roles that you're allowed to talk about?
There's so many of them. I'm starting an acting class tomorrow. I've never really formally taken an acting class, and it's kind of that time where I need to start um, not, I don't want to say taking things seriously because I take it very seriously, but I need to be practicing more. So I'm starting a class, and part of that, they ask you for a resume, and I don't really have like a formal acting resume. I've got all these other, more social media based stuff, but so I have 5 things right now that are in post production. The one is a feature film reading from my filmography right now, and you can look at me up on IMDb as well, as Landon Brittain. But I have a feature film. It's in post production called Blood Hunt, where I play a lead CIA agent. It's not a huge role, but I am the lead in the sequel, and it's mostly shot in Thailand. It's about basically the CIA taking down the basically the drug trafficking ring in the Golden Triangle, which is Southeast Asia. What else do we have? Godhead is another feature film. It's actually the first feature film I was ever cast in, but we were supposed to start shooting April 2020. Of course, COVID hit March 2020 and
Mm-hmm.
set everything
Mm-hmm.
behind. I play. It's a film about I think it's 8 different artists in LA and all the interconnections between them. It'll be a very cool one. That should be premiering here soon too. I'm hoping those both come out before the end of the year. Um, the asset, the assets a pilot. It's an action pilot I shot with Tony Surfman. I play kind of just like a big badass kind of enforcer for like a CIA kind of group. Tony's trying to get out, and he eventually gets injected with this thing called the asset, turns him into kind of a superhuman, and then beats my ass at the end of the movie. But I'm hoping if we get funding for that through the pilot, we'll be able to do a full series on it. And I think they're going to expand my character, and I'm
I
hoping
hope
that
so.
I hope that Tony and I's character get together and take on the group. There's Midnight City, which is a short film about a private investigator in the 50s. It has to do with ghosts and monsters and stuff like that. And then I just shot a scene in The Pool Boy. Um, this group, this is a second film for the lead actor. They did The Barista. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. The Pool Boy will also be on Amazon Prime whenever they release that. But I basically play a strip club owner, and I just wreak havoc when they try to steal from me. And as far as up and coming things, there's like 17 projects I'm cast in already, but I think those are a little more dangerous to talk about. I will say,
I understand.
yeah, that Carnivore is probably the one that they've already released an article about me getting the lead role for Carnivore, the title role. It's kind of a Predator style movie, um, where my character gets like turned into from like a model. I don't play the model into like this big hulking like Predator character. And then my girlfriend that I'm in South America with, her dad is like an old retired badass, Navy SEAL, whatever. And then all of his friends from all over the world, one's like an SAS person. They all get together. They go to Ecuador and like extract her, but they've got to like fight me in the process. But that'll be a super cool one. But that's
Wow.
probably the only one I want to be able to talk about. I
I
think everything
understand. I
else.
totally understand. Don't worry, don't worry. I
Yeah, no
understand.
problem. But
Well,
very, very exciting things
congratulations.
coming up for sure.
Congratulations. I'm so
Thank
proud
you
of
so
you.
much. I appreciate that. It's been a wild ride and everything's happening so fast right now. And it's hard to breathe. Like take a moment. I still got 3 auditions to shoot tonight, and I shot 2 auditions last night. So it's that's what I'm going to do right after. This is actually the shirt I was going to wear for the audition. But
Well, again, thank you again for sharing
no
your
problem.
story, your
Yeah,
testimony, and your journey. And
yeah,
again, thank you for letting me collaborate with you on Instagram. Thank you for
of
following me
course.
on Instagram. It really
Yeah.
means a lot.
You
So
know,
where can people,
the Oklahoma boys need to stick together. Red dirt don't run.
amen. That's the truth. 100%. It
Yeah,
really means a lot.
yeah, no
Thank you
problem.
again. Thank you. And thank
Absolutely.
you for following me on Instagram. It
Of
means a lot from
course,
the
of
bottom of my
course.
heart.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be a good fall. Definitely gotta pay attention the next couple of years. I think this is the
yes,
big thing
sir.
for us.
And of course, I would always love to have you back on.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll give an update interview at some point.
Yes, sir. We need to. We need to, for sure.
Absolutely. When I
Where
can
can,
finally talk about all the stuff I'm already cast in when we're done shooting.
yes, you
Yeah.
need to. That's why you have to come back.
There you go.
Where can
I'd be
people
happy.
find you?
All of my social media is based around the name LandonXXL. My website is thelandonxxl.com. Um, do not go to landonxxl.com. I've got a social media manager holding it ransom. Some stupid shit that happens in Hollywood. And we're trying to get that back right now. Um, and then, yeah, then on YouTube, you can actually watch Ghosted on my YouTube channel, I believe. I suggest if anyone wants to just check out something really easy to see me in and see what I'm doing, Ghosted is the one. Maybe we can put the link up with this podcast if that's okay with you.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully so I can do that. Yes.
All right.
Well, thank you again for coming on, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Have a good one, Landon. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.